right, Phil.
Okay.
What do we got? Tell us the story.
All right. So you guys know how oblivious I am to women, right?
Absolutely. You have no idea when a woman is trying to talk to you.
I seriously think I'm getting worse. It's bad. So there's this really cute girl at work who lives close by.
Okay.
She takes the train to work. I drive to work. So I get home the other day.
Is this the girl from Boston?
Yeah. Did I already tell you this part?
You had mentioned that part.
Okay. Well, anyway, so I opened my work laptop just to finish up some work while I got home. And she sends me an instant message and she says, "Oh, you're still at work?" I said, No, I left. And she said, Oh, because I could have used a ride today. I didn't really feel like riding the train or whatever. And I said, "Oh, just let me know when you want to ride and I'll just give you a ride home." And then I was thinking about it afterwards and I was just like, well, why does she want to ride with me when it's a 45-minute drive because of traffic?
I can't imagine why.
The train be home. And then I was just like, oh, God, I'm stupid. And then even worse, today I get to my apartment and I'm riding the elevator. I'm talking to this girl and she gets off on my floor and she says, "Oh, I got off on the wrong floor. So will you stay with me and talk to me while I wait for the elevator?" So I was like, "Yeah, sure, whatever,
I'm
So I talked
honestly
to her,
surprised
and
you
then-
took it that far. I'm almost
what?
back that you just say, "Nah, man, I gotta be at work. I have this thing called a job."
No, this was after work.
Mm.
This was after work,
Oh.
this afternoon. So I wait for her. I wait with her for the elevator or whatever. And then she's like, "Okay, bye." And I was just like, "Oh yeah, it was nice talking to you." And I just walk off like a dumbass. I'm like, wow.
She's there, like, signing her number on a piece of paper. He's just walking off. You have a good day.
She just wiped her tears with that paper.
She's
She's
like,
like, "Oh, well, one more. Why did I ever move to LA?"
And today I finally put on makeup. You son of a bitch. It just like broke her heart. You didn't even know about it.
There you go.
It's like obliviousness to the next level, man.
Dude, I'm pretty much the same way though, dude. Like if they don't like confront me and be like, "Man, I like you," I'm like, "Oh, all right." Like, because there's times where they would tell me like 2 years later, "I would have got with you if you would have just asked me to." And I was like, we were just chilling on the fucking couch and you were playing me play video games. I didn't fucking know that it was leading to that extreme, Like, but sometimes girls are like, "Oh, you just don't get the hint." I'm like, saying, "Hey, pick me up for lunch." No, I didn't fucking get it. I just thought we're friends gonna go eat. You gotta fucking tell me.
There's other women in the room. I'm a married man. I just assumed that there's only one left.
He's telling my wife and my mom.
His wife's in the next room.
She's all the way down the hall. She doesn't care what we're saying, nor does she want to hear.
She's all those bastards.
Well, it's bad because my friend Anna came to visit last week.
Oh yeah, I meant
We
to
were
ask you
talking
about
about
it. We saw that. I saw that on Facebook.
It was cool. We just chilled. It's one of those things where she's just like, "I don't understand how you don't have a girlfriend." I'm like, yeah, clearly I'm oblivious to everything.
Well, yeah, that's for starters.
That's what it goes.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So, move that forward.
Oh,
I don't
just didn't know where it belonged.
Yeah,
or
I didn't know either.
how
I didn't know.
loud I could have been. Or I didn't want to yell.
So we have this fancy new setup. Philip, I sent you pictures. And so, I don't know how close things should be. I'm like, if the dog barks, are they going to hear it?
They will definitely hear it.
Well, I have this fancy protector on. Oh, well. Thanks.
I'm just happy I got headphones because my laptop speakers suck
Yeah.
so much. So I can actually hear you guys clearly, but I don't know how loud I'm speaking or anything because it kind of...
Yeah, you're fine. That's why I went one ear. I didn't go my big headphones because I realized I was yelling into the microphone when I was doing tests.
You were like,
I listened to it and I was like, "Oh my god, my ears, they're bleeding."
You can turn down the mic.
Yeah, I know, but it was just how loud I was talking. The mics aren't barely even at halfway.
I didn't
Just
even know
over.
the mics had volume. Like,
Dude, I'm telling you, my father-in-law hooked it up. We're like
what did he do? Like,
we're almost professional. So look, So okay, we'll walk you.
Did you buy this or he just hooked it up? Like,
So
if so, I need to buy some
me,
stuff for my setup at the house.
Let me walk you through what happened here. So my father-in-law is real into sound engineer. He's a super metalhead from back in the day, and he has all the equipment to record a full band upstairs in his loft.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's what he does for fun. Like when he retires, he wants to just like do
Just
that
record
for
music
fun.
and edit. And
Yeah, just for fun. So when I told him that we might do a podcast, I ended up with all these stands and microphones and cords. He was like, "Here, let me know if you need any help." And then I had no idea how to hook any of this up.
I just need a better damn mic. I don't know.
Well, so look I got the fancy mics. They look like they're from the 50s or something. You should have said. I almost gave you the ugly one, but I was like, I got two. I guess I'll hook them up.
I'm glad I was able to step up to the second fanciest one.
So he hooked me up with this. He showed me how to use the soundboard so that we could listen online and then still have our mics feeding in. So like this thing is, I don't even know what any of this stuff is. We got a box that's feeding our headphones. I got the soundboard that's taking in our microphones. I assume that this all works. Don showed me how to do it, and I said, I will replicate that the best that I can. Like this thing, I don't even know what it's doing.
But I know it's.
I know that it needed to be plugged in order for this all to work. So that's.
I hate those things. If the red is not connected, the whole thing blows up.
I don't understand. I'm like, why is this? What did all these knobs do? He's all just mess with it. I ain't got time for that. Can you hear me? Yes. Done.
Good. Yeah.
All right.
I got this set up here for Twitch. I need to start live streaming that thing soon.
Oh, you got one going on or what?
Yeah, I'm gonna start live streaming GTA 5 and Destiny.
Oh, that's what I'm doing.
And probably Halo 5 when it comes out.
All right. Come on, Phil. Drop the plug. What's your handle?
P Miner 1987.
There you go. Come on.
0 followers at the moment.
Boom.
I have like 2 followers on my dad.
Well, I just set it up, so I mean, yeah.
Homer, what's your handle?
My handle is always complicated for some reason.
What do you mean for some reason? It's because you're a complicated.
It's probably super emo.
It probably is.
It probably isn't.
Your Instagram name is Rinsler.
And
Fran's
that
been
is
out
why.
for a while.
And I still love the name.
That's fair. That's fair.
It's Rinsler 23, and not the number, the Roman numeral 2x 3i's. So just in case, because every time I say
I swear
Roman
to God, I
numerals,
thought you just
everyone
put a
looks
bunch
at
of
me.
letters at the end of your username.
No,
I
everyone
did not
looks at
realize
me
it
and they're
was
like
23.
Roman numeral 23. Like they just look lost, and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. They no longer teach Roman numerals, and now they no longer teach how to write in cursive because there's no
Well, that's
reason.
useless.
Yeah, but I mean, now no one knows how to use their signature.
Private school teaches Roman numerals.
Do you have like 20 grand a month send your kid to private school?
What private school are you going to for 20 grand a month?
What private school you go to that isn't 20,000?
It's called the I don't have a Twitch. I have an Instagram where I have more than 2 followers, and that's about it.
Well, mostly all of my handles, my gamer tag, and everything like that is the same thing. So I just try to keep it the same. So if you Google it, you could pretty much find me on Twitch, Google, Instagram, Facebook or whatever.
Yeah, dude,
it's funny. My Xbox Live gamer tag has been the same since like Xbox Live came out in 2001.
Damn.
Is it something ridiculous like your original AOL email?
It's just P Minor.
No,
right?
it's just P Minor, but it's the stupid one that everybody used to do back in like 2001, 2002, where it's the X's in front of their name and after
XX, P Minor, XX.
Yeah.
26 underscores.
Hey, you know what? I was 17 at the time.
That's how you know P Minor was taken, because you always added an XX. And that's what it was for me. It's like, oh, somebody used that tag? I'm going to add 2 X's. Like,
You got the lowercase, uppercase, lowercase.
Yep.
Oh,
like
your
you're
original
gonna star in a
tag was
Vin Diesel
taken?
movie later on?
Yeah. I was triple X, like, in the 3rd film. They didn't make the 3rd film. I know. I was casted for it.
No, unison handles, though. Very important in life, I've realized.
Yeah.
If you don't, nobody cares anymore.
But it's just because of that. Like, nobody wants to hear, oh, my Instagram is Homer15, but my Facebook is Homer45. Like, what are all these damn numbers for?
Yeah, that's why I had to go through and clear it all out. Everything. Aaron,
Yeah.
not Ryan. That's it.
Yeah, I know. I saw that change, and I was like, all right. Like, I was just so used to the face of Faye, but I love that new handle, Aaron, not Ryan. Like it's
Yeah.
kind of like, all right, I see what you want with it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. You want to know something funny? At work, they put up all the birthdays for the month. It's August.
It's
August. You know whose birthday it is? Ryan Aaron. Yeah.
Nice.
But I get that a lot, dude. Oh, what's your last name, sir? Devin. I asked your last name. I'm like, bitch, I know my last name. And I
What
gotta
trips
tell
me
you
out? Dude, Deborah and I were just talking about it the
what
other
it
day.
is.
You know what,
I'll
though?
meet someone and they'll be, oh yeah, I'm Aaron Ryan. Never say Ryan again. And 3 years later, oh, how's Ryan? You heard that name one time in your entire life. And it's not like Aaron's some funky first name.
Yeah. Some biblical name or something like that.
Yeah, I know.
Here.
It
You
was
should just walk up to people and you should say, "My name is Aaron."
Yeah, they'll remember that, dude.
because that's what I want everybody calling me for the rest of my life.
You know what, though?
You
Hey, at
like-
least you don't have to deal with all the stupid jokes about your last name, like, "Oh, Major Minor." I didn't know they let minors fly on a plane by themselves. All that stupid bullshit.
That one was funny. I've never.
I
Oh, I'm
can't
sorry,
wait to
sir.
see you again in person
Yeah.
to use these insults.
Let's go to a club. Oh, I'm sorry, minor. You can't come.
Yeah, but at least like minor.
Fuck you, Homer.
It's like a cool nickname, minor. Like I knew this kid in
Yeah.
high school. His name was Tory Sledge, and he was a football player. So
Oh,
on the
that
back
just
of all
sounds
his
brutal. Dude.
jerseys, it says Sledge.
He sounds like a
Like-
hardcore linebacker or something.
No running back.
Even
He's
worse.
super buff. Now he posts on Facebook
sounds
all that
like-
fit life stuff.
Oh,
Sounds like the
okay.
type of guy that would just bust into your house.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just bust into your house, punch your dog.
Like, what's that guy?
Your
Tyrese
wife.
or whatever?
Yeah.
Tyrese is here to fuck your bitch. I'm like, my bad, bro.
Well,
Dude.
all right. So Homer, you saw Ant-Man.
Yes, I did.
Philip, we already discussed this. You saw Ant-Man one way or
I
another.
did. I did.
I saw Ant-Man as well. Did we all stay through both post-credit scenes?
Yes.
I know.
Because I remember one for sure. The other one.
Due to my method, I did not see the post-credit scenes.
There's this thing called Google that could have easily fixed that problem.
Because I saw the one
you know,
with the suit.
Okay.
And I'm going to quote on that one. But what
The
was the
suit?
other one?
All right. So we're gonna spoil the fuck out of this movie.
Yeah,
and
so
talk
we
about
have
it
to.
because I'm
announce
gonna
this.
preface this right now and say,
Spoilers.
you
You
know,
gotta
when we
announce
talked about
spoilers.
this last time, I was not overly excited for it. I thought it was gonna be fun, but I was pretty sure that it wasn't gonna be nearly as good. And I was wrong. It was extremely fun in that post-credit scene, the last one, totally made the movie for me. So that second post-credit scene, after all the credits, it's like a warehouse and it's zooming in. And you got Captain America talking to Anthony Mackie with
That's
Winter
right.
Soldier tied
That's
up in some kind of machine beforehand. Now, I've heard some theories on whatever it all is, but it looks like Winter Soldier's hurt and they're trying to repair his arm.
Mhm.
That's how I took it.
Yeah.
And that's why he's like, we could call Tony.
But I love how they set it that up. I love that.
Mhm. Yeah,
I love
it's setting up that conflict for Civil War, man. It's coming in nice. It's coming in nice. So he goes, we can call Tony. And he's like, no. Whoever, I don't know, they had some made up name for the organization that
Yeah.
they can't talk to him for whatever reason. And he goes, well, I know a guy. And then it drops black and Ant-Man will return. And I don't remember if it said in Civil War or if it just said Ant-Man
Yeah.
will return. But, I mean, it goes hand in hand. Ant-Man's this electrical engineer. Who else are they going to get to, work on that electric on?
Yeah. I really don't know. I'm assuming like Banner's going to step up to the plate and try to do
He's lost in
something.
space. He's not going anywhere.
Dude,
not
Banner's
going.
not lost in space, right? He's someone.
I'm telling
Right.
you, man, they totally missed. They totally dropped the ball when they didn't send him off into space in Avengers and let him go create Planet Hulk. But that's neither here nor there.
But I feel they really did set it up really great with that scene. Like they set up the new movie and everything. But I feel like where is it going in the Captain America movie? Because
What do you mean, where's it going? It's going to go with Captain America whooping Iron Man's ass.
whoa, all right.
Hey,
Have you not read the comic? Okay, because
No.
apparently I read up a couple of spoilers because I reread it again, and I was like, okay, I totally forgot that Captain America is out of fab. Like he's done.
What, he gets killed in Civil War? That's where he gets lost?
Yeah, and he gets lost because Iron Man took him down,
Well,
if I read that correctly. And it wasn't Iron Man who killed him, but the new villain in the new Captain America movie is the person who does kill him.
isn't it? It's Crossbones, isn't it?
Yeah,
Have you seen the pictures of Crossbones?
yeah.
Philip, have you seen him?
I saw him a while
Yes.
ago.
He looks fantastic.
He looks good.
so good.
I would love to be that as a villain. Like,
Yeah,
I think
That's
he looks
awesome, Philip. I mean,
He's like a new Punisher, I guess. It kind of looks.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think he's always been a conflict for Captain America, but I mean, it's cool to see him coming in, and we got to see that taste of him in Winter Soldier. But if my comic history does serve me correctly, when Steve Rogers goes down, it's Bucky Barnes takes the mantle next, is it not?
Yeah, as Captain.
And I saw, I haven't kept up with current continuity, but I have seen right now, Cap is back, and he's old Cap, and you got Sam Wilson in the suit as well. And they got their own kind of beef going on. So you've got Captain Falcon pitted against Old Man.
The old Cap.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like, there's so much going on in like the Marvel universe now because everyone's trying to write their own. I think that Captain should go this way.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to do my Captain this way, and I'm going to do. You know what I mean? That's cool stories, but I mean, it throws me off whack because.
Yeah.
But I guess if you're wanting to just watch movies and see, that's what keeps you guessing.
Mm.
Where they're going to go. Does he not die? Does he die this way? Like,
Well, they're going to kill him off, because Chris Evans has already stated. I mean, he's only doing so many, and once his contract's up, he's out because he can't be tied to that role. But I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna be mad to see Bucky Barnes take the mantle.
yeah,
That dude killed it as Winter Soldier. I can't. The actor's name, I don't know his name. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna say it escapes me. I never knew it. But
yeah. And to be honest with you, I didn't like him as Bucky. Like
not
in
as
the
Bucky,
first Captain America.
but as Winter Soldier, tell me
Yeah.
he didn't kill it.
I was like, he was a hard ass.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I don't know. I saw him in the first Captain America movie, and I was just like, they just get out of here. They killed him off, or apparently they had killed him off.
All right, so can we talk about how the highlight of Ant-Man was?
Oh,
What we
back
got
to
to
that.
see, that we got to see some Captain America in the post-credit scene.
And it went up to a Captain America movie.
All right, we'll start with Philip. Philip, what was your take on this movie? Were you excited for it to begin with?
I really wasn't. I wasn't I didn't have really high expectations for Paul Rudd just because of the types of movies that he's done.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very surprised. I think the way they wrote the script works very well with the type of sarcasm he has
Yes.
in certain moments. Fit perfectly.
Mhm.
I think he really fit the role really, really well, and I'm definitely looking forward to him in several other movies. Hopefully,
Yeah, I can see him owning this role.
Definitely.
But I mean, tell me Michael Pena didn't steal the show.
Oh my God, he was hilarious.
He was pretty hilarious.
Especially when he shrunk down and he's like, nothing scares me, and he's running around. That was pretty funny.
He's just ridiculous in that movie. That dude can act. So
Yeah.
All right, Homer, what's your take?
I don't know.
Come on, pros and cons. What do we got?
I feel like I went in there with too much high hopes.
Really?
Like I
Too
felt like
much
it was
high
gonna
hopes.
be like it was gonna be a new hype of a Marvel movie for me. Because first off, it was something new. It was
Mhm.
something different. It wasn't another Captain America, another Iron Man. It wasn't another Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
It was a new character that they're adding to the series. Yeah, it had its funny parts. It had its ups and downs. But once the movie ended for me, I kind of felt like, okay, he can be part of the Avengers, but for how long? I don't feel like he will be a big part of the Avengers later on. But I mean, overall, it was a decent movie. It was good to watch. It was entertaining. I enjoyed it. But I mean, it wasn't one of those movies to where it's like, I'm going to go hype it up to my friends and go back and see it with them. Like, come on, we have to go check it out.
So I have a follow-up question to that, though, because the last time we had talked about this, you said that you were excited that this may be one of the first movies you could honestly take your kid to go see. That you feel like at least that aspect of the movie lived up to what you were expecting.
No, not really, because there was times where it dragged in a way to where only adult You can sit through it.
Mhm.
And I know my son would have been like, okay, all right, I'm gonna go get popcorn. Like
Yeah.
he just wanted
How
to
old's your
get
son
away.
again?
He's 5.
He's 5.
And I just felt, through the Avengers, he sits there. He's like, oh my god, like it's just action after action.
Yeah.
But I mean, for this one, there was just those little gaps to where he was like, they were still building up the Ant-Man. You know what I mean? And he was just kind of like, okay, all right, well, I'm gonna go get some tea. And I was like, oh, all right, But I mean, he enjoyed it, but it wasn't to where like he sat down and didn't move. So it was kind of like, yeah, it was for the kids sometimes, but it didn't pull them in their seats.
I've got a
That's how
question.
what's up?
Oh,
Do you guys
We took Riley to go see
might
it too. Artman.
Oh, nice. Do you guys think that the reason it might have dragged is because people aren't as familiar with Ant-Man?
Mhm.
You know, unless you've read the comics, you really don't know who he is. So they kind of needed to go more into the origins of Ant-Man. I would say more than, say, other characters like Spider-Man, for example.
yeah, that's why it's dragged. Like it's true. It dragged because they wanted to tell the story. They wanted you to know who he is, what he's about, where he came from, and that's what was entertaining. But I mean, as a kid's point of view, you don't care. You want to see the action. You want to see this guy, beat people up.
I mean,
be the hero.
Yeah. I mean, and that's a good point. I mean, when we took our son, we kind of cheated because we saw a later showing, so it was kind of closer to bedtime anyway, and he enjoyed the whole movie. But I mean,
got to stay up.
yeah, exactly. He's already tired. I mean, who knows how much he was engaged with and just too tired to argue about. But that's a good point. I mean, dude, we need to see him try to fit through that keyhole 6 times, jumping through the door.
Like the first one was a good joke.
Yeah,
it was funny. I was like, okay, cool, fine. The third and fourth, I was like, okay, done. I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to do the tiger from Madagascar 3. He's trying to fit through the little ring. I got it. Put some oil on this guy and just do it.
I mean, and it's like I don't want to see him jump through that keyhole 6 times, but I also don't believe that he has mastered the ability to be the Ant-Man in a week and a half either.
What would have made it funnier is if actually on that second attempt, he actually broke the door. That would have entertained me.
Yeah.
That would have been funny.
I got it. It breaks the door, and he's like, okay, I was halfway through that keyhole. And then I just opened up, and I just broke the hell out of it. But I mean, that little sense of humor here and there is funny. But, it's one of those things, just subtle jokes to throw in. But it was entertaining. Like I said, it wasn't, oh my God, but I liked it.
I mean,
for a new character that I didn't know, I knew of him. I didn't know him.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's that same thing. That's how I was in that same realm where, I mean, I know of him and what he was capable of, but nothing about his origin.
Yeah.
And it was a fun movie, though. Really enjoyed it. I mean, I was impressed with it.
Yeah.
I had pretty low expectations for it, but I really enjoyed it. But, I mean, with these type of characters, I mean, like with Ant-Man having no backstory at all in any of the other movies, does it make sense to either just introduce him as the Ant-Man already and, do a flashback of, oh, this is how he became one real quick, just so you know, and then just get right into what the actual story is? Or, I mean, are we going to go through an origin story every time with all these people?
Well, maybe, and that was my issue with, the Suicide Squad. Like, tons of people do not know these people, but if they do a little flashback thing, like you said, then maybe it may work out, good. But my thing is with that, man, like, the part that I kind of enjoyed was that, dare I say, he was a hand-me-down hero. Like, I know that sounds weird, but I mean, he was just given the mantle. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. It's like Ant-Man was there to begin with, but nobody knew Ant-Man was there.
Right.
Where he was dismantling.
He's the size of an ant.
But I mean, like,
Man,
he
that's
was
good
kind of
writing
like,
right there.
Sounds like something some of the Marvel writers would write, man.
That sounds literally, I'm pretty sure they said those words
Yeah, I wonder
verbatim
if
when he was
somebody
doing that, when he was showing the old war veteran clips, and it was the ant running around knocking them all out. I mean, there was so much of that movie that was on the nose, and I mean, it worked for that. I mean, it was a relief from what we have seen. It was just fun.
It was pretty cool. I felt like he could have done a lot more with the insects. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he could have done some damage with those little bad boys. Even though he did, I felt he could have done more. Like,
Was anybody sad when that ant died?
R.I.P. brother.
No, Philip.
Nah. You know
No,
what? I
It
did
didn't
laugh.
pull the dog card.
You hearty bastards. You hearty
I
bastards.
did laugh when
That was his homie.
they grew that big ant. When they grew that big ant, though,
And he
That was
walks
pretty
through the
funny.
it
house.
ran out of the house,
Yeah,
and that cop was like, "That's a weird looking dog."
adorable. That was adorable. Yeah, it was very cute.
I'm sorry, but if I was that cop, I would have punched that ant. Like, I would have
I
just
would've
reached out
shot
and
it.
just wrecked it. Like,
I would have loved to see either of you do that in that situation.
you probably
I'm
would
not
have
gonna
caught
lie.
my hand in mid bite, and I'd have been like, I'm
Pretty sure I
done.
would have just ignored it. Pretend it didn't happen.
Just look up. See, I feel how do you explain that you were hit by a train that was Thomas the train?
That was pretty funny. Seeing that train hanging out of the house was pretty.
So
with
what
the
happened to your
eyes
car?
still swaying back and forth like that. It really. That's what made that hilarious for me.
I think the funniest part was when they were battling it out on the little place.
Yeah, the battle on the place.
Sorry, the screen froze up.
No, you're
Oh,
good.
that was hilarious. And they would zoom back out, and you would just see like a toy get knocked over or something.
Yeah.
That was pretty
but
awesome.
how much better would that scene have been if you hadn't seen it in the trailer already?
Yeah, and see, that was the thing. That was my conflict last time. I was like, they start showing a lot of parts in the movies that would have made the movie 10 times better without them in the trailer.
Mm. I mean, it works for them sometimes. I mean, shoot, we had half of Iron Man on in commercials before that movie released, but I mean that
It was still it was a real good origin. Though.
yeah. I mean, and what we had like almost a full half an hour of Suicide Squad already leaked on the line
I know.
with that whole scene, but I mean, it's still. I think that one's still going to deliver. But I mean that was the climax of the movie, him fighting on that train set, and
Yeah.
you can't. Why would you show the climax right there? How
Yeah.
hilarious would that have been to see them fighting and like battling out on top of a train, and then in the middle of the movie, zoom out. It's Thomas the Tank
She
Engine,
was like,
and
no.
the daughter's just sitting there, Daddy. That would have been hysterical. It would have been perfect, and it would have caught everybody off guard, and I don't know. I'm about to stop watching trailers. Is what it's
I
gonna
just
have to
loved it
come
because
down to.
everything got real. You know what I mean? It was just like, oh, we could fight in this room, or we could shrink down and fight on the train track. And it was just like, we're taking it to the tracks. Like, I was like, all right. You don't want to throw him out the window? Come on. This guy could fly. Like,
Yeah, you could just turn big again.
Yeah.
you
But
know?
see, that was that's another question. So, if he was normal size and he hit himself with one of those large rings, would he have grown bigger?
That was I felt that was some flawed logic, because doesn't he do that? He threw it at him and he grew big. No, he
No,
threw
he-
it at the ant,
Yeah.
but they said
And
that
the
they
ant-
hadn't
that's how
figured out how to
Thomas
do it. No, but
got
they couldn't
big.
figure out how to do it with the biological creatures.
Yeah.
Remember, that's what the problem.
Because Thomas grew, the ant grew, and then at the end of the movie, he used it on himself.
Yeah. It was,
really
but it was the other guy, the villain. I can't remember his name.
Oh, the villain couldn't figure it out.
He couldn't
Oh, but
figure out.
what's he-
He killed so many lambs. Remember?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So okay, what's he need to wear that fucking suit for then? If he can just use that ring.
Yeah. Like that. What was that suit? For just flight?
Uh-huh.
I think that was just for flight. It was just for laser.
The suit. Well,
extra effect.
I think the suit gave him armor and stuff too, though, just like Ant-Man.
Really?
But I mean,
Stronger.
really, I looked at Ant-Man, and the only thing he had was a helmet.
Yeah. I
Other
don't know.
than that, it was just
I loved how
heavy
he was
clothing.
a super genius too. Guy off the street.
instantly. Yeah.
He couldn't get a job with his master's degree in electrical engineering.
Because he was a felon.
Pretty sure he could have started his own company.
Yeah, for real. But what I loved is like that first scene, which was
This is America.
the scene where it was a test for him,
Yeah.
to steal the suit to begin with. Like, he was like, oh, I know this metal. And I was like, really, bro? You looked at the metal for 2.5 seconds.
Dude, he was a master thief. He learned how to be a master thief when he was going to electrical engineering school. Come on. Don't tell me that's not plausible. Just as plausible as the other super genius that Hank Pym married couldn't figure out how to use the make myself big rig to get out of the whatever the phantom zone that she got locked in.
So by glancing
You know
at
what?
this medal,
Actually-
I could tell it was off the Titanic. Oh, okay, yeah.
Boom.
having studied engineering before I switched majors, I can actually kind of attest to that because you have to take chemistry and all that stuff. So you do kind of learn about all sorts of different materials.
So
Yeah.
you're telling me if I put 5 medals in front of your face, you were.
You think it was on Titanic?
This
I
medal was
said I
used
studied
for
engineering.
Titanic.
Doesn't mean I completed
This
engineering.
medal is used to make aircrafts. This medal's for. I was like, come on, bro.
So
Actually, no, I can probably tell you that. It's pretty easy.
Let me tell you what. To me, all the differences are copper, silver. That may look like platinum, but it still looks like silver. Like I can't tell the difference, but people tell by touch and stuff. So I don't know.
I just don't
Yeah.
care,
You can tell.
really. I don't have a
It's all
real
chrome
need.
to me. It's all chrome.
All right, so is the wife going to come out of the phantom zone?
Not doubt it.
No.
Like, how are you gonna find her?
Well,
Yeah.
I
Is
don't
he
know.
just
Hank
gonna
Pym was
go
in there
like-
for like 4 seconds and figured out how to get out.
Yeah, but that's 4 seconds. Is he gonna fly to where she was in the missile that went down into the water?
Yeah, but
Apparently, she's not drowning. Apparently, she's not drowning.
No, she's just
Well,
continuing.
no, she's subatomic.
Yeah.
How's she
So
gonna- how's she
what are
gonna-
you gonna start doing, bro? Just pray that she's there in the missile. Just start throwing big rings and
Well,
pray that it
no,
hits her.
she's like super old. So
No, because when you get lost in the subatomic level, there's
Time
no time or
stops,
space. Yeah. Come on, have you not seen
Oh,
Big
it's just
Hero
like-
6?
what is this, like Interstellar now?
Oh, I haven't seen that, but I saw Big Hero 6, and that girl got lost in the time zone
I
and
heard
came
it
back.
was real good.
You didn't see
I
it?
haven't seen it.
We're gonna do a whole
You didn't
episode
see-
of
oh,
Big Hero
dude.
6.
Hell yeah, Baymax, dude.
So I
Sorry.
don't know.
No, Deborah, you cannot make popcorn in the middle of our show. I'm leaving that in too. I'm not cutting it out. This is the things I have to
Oh.
deal with in my kitchen.
She's been
studio.
See,
she's been Snapchatting me this entire conversation.
Of course she has.
as a big boy,
As
I
if-
would love popcorn. Right?
Yes. Everybody, this is my lovely wife, Deborah.
Big
Yeah,
head,
she's
she's
not-
you gotta say.
She's waving to Philip via our Google Hangout and doesn't realize that we're only recording the audio.
That's why I was like, you gotta say
She
something.
keeps
She's
waving
like,
to
"Hi."
Philip. She's
Hi.
hi. Nobody heard that either.
You know what's
I
sad?
just heard muffled.
Everyone loves
Good. It
Philip.
means these
Everybody
things.
gives a rat's ass. What happened to Homer? Homer, nobody gives a rat's ass.
It's because I'm the good one, Homer.
You see, but see, that's the way it was with Anthony. Anthony was cool as fuck until he became the asshole burning people left and right. But
I'll have to
anyway,
edit that part out.
cut that out. But that was still in there. So, what's the next?
What's the
What's on top of the agenda now?
Great. I'm gonna have to find this in the audio later to cut it out.
Just listen to it.
Anyways,
Just leave it in there. It's whatever.
yeah, probably.
It's just a random gap.
But our listeners aren't
Dead
gonna know
space.
what we're talking about.
That's a story.
It's not like he's gonna listen to it, so we're fine.
Yeah, but I want to eventually
True.
have listeners. So
Yeah.
It's gonna
Well,
keep
didn't we get like
wanting more.
120 listeners last time?
It's
Right.
gonna keep them
So we
wanting
had-
more.
so we had almost 100 downloads on that first episode.
That is not bad.
No, not
Yeah.
at all.
I believe
Almost
I shared
100.
it on Facebook. I didn't get to share
Yeah,
it.
I think
a
we
lot
were
of
at
stuff, but-
86 the last time I checked, and
On,
I posted one picture on Instagram, which got me the most likes I've ever gotten on Instagram.
yeah.
At 117 likes, and
Oh, wow.
I mean, which is big number. I only had 300 followers, and which
Yeah.
is
Come on, 1/3 of your followers to like it. That's not
that's
bad.
pretty significant, So I'm we had a pretty strong opening.
That is for an opening, but I just hope it just. Oh, I'm just burping into the mic.
That's fine.
I just
I
hope
assume I'm
it.
gonna have to edit this entire segment out since it's in the middle of our Ant-Man conversation.
I think the Ant-Man conversation's already done.
I thought we were done with the Ant-Man conversation.
Thank you.
I was gonna say, what do we hope to see from it? But obviously, we don't hope to see anything.
Hope to
Maybe I'll
see-
leave all of this in
Hope
after
to
all.
see-
I hope to see him in future movies.
I hope to see Wasp.
Why? I don't understand. What's this thing with Wasp? Everybody's so excited for Wasp, but nobody was that excited. I feel
She's
like
a babe, dude. She was in Lost. She was Halle there. She was a babe in what was that other movie? The Hobbit series. She was that other elf. Even as an elf, I thought she was a cutie. But I mean, I don't know. Like,
Okay, so
maybe
we're
I
just
love
excited
her
for
as an
this.
actress.
So we're excited for the actress being in more Marvel movies, not
But I mean, come on.
necessarily excited for this character to be a part. I mean, are we just excited to have another heroine?
It's another female into the cast of the Avengers.
What? It's not like she's going to get another movie.
Well, she may not get her own, but I
If
mean,
Scarlet Witch can't get a movie, she's not getting a movie.
Scarlet Witch,
Whatever.
Johansson,
Scarlet Witch.
Black Widow.
No, I'd rather see Scarlet Witch in a movie, man. Olsen's for life.
I didn't know she was an Olsen. I really didn't know.
You're missing out on life.
Yeah, she's smoking.
Who's in Olsen?
Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch in the Avengers.
Really?
Yeah, everybody goes Black Widow, man. I go Scarlet Witch.
I go Black Widow.
Oh, I'd love to see a Black Widow movie too.
I would love to see Black Widow.
I don't think I'd watch a Black Widow movie, to be honest.
I'd love to watch a Black Widow Scarlet Witch movie.
Yeah.
Just saying.
That'd be
Oh, hey, honey.
not for the children, but it would be a good
I'm pretty sure there's a different type of movie with the two of them in it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
saying? But it's not Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah,
So,
I need some high quality, you know.
dude, I love those little bloopers where you see like Thor and Loki checking out her ass, and she's just standing there in the middle of the scene, and they're just looking at her. And they're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's that caption. It's like,
Yeah.
that ass.
That's dope. They're just looking at each other like, yeah.
That's a pretty funny movie. All right, so Ant-Man was
It's entertaining. It's worth watching. If you want to continue with the Marvel, and you know, you don't want to just watch the new Avengers movie and going, who the hell is that? Man? You need to watch it. You know, go check it out. Even if you want to wait till Redbox, go for it. But I mean, it's entertaining. It's going to continue with the Marvel, so you know, throw
You know
your
what?
$6, $10.
As a Marvel movie, I think it was actually pretty good in the sense that overall they explained who Ant-Man is. You had a good amount of action, enough comedy in it. So overall, for a Marvel movie, I think they got it right. As a movie appealing to the wider audience, probably not.
You
Just
can't get
because of
racial
what Homer was saying.
Wider audience.
wider.
No, wider.
The racism is
W-I-D.
cleared up. We are good.
All right. Anyway, the general audience. I'll say that.
Thank you.
All right. In the world of Marvel, still, have we seen the Punisher pictures for the new Daredevil series?
I like him as an actor.
I
I've
like
seen
him
a
as
couple
an
of,
actor. Yeah,
you know,
I'm
fantastic in Fury. And if he
was
brings
great in
that
The Walking
same
Dead.
Fury, he'll be great and furious.
I mean, in The Walking Dead, I hate him, and that's how you know he's a good actor. If you could hate an actor even though he's good at his job, he's doing his job really freaking well.
What's the guy from Inglourious Bastards? The bad guy. What's his name?
Oh my god!
You know who I'm talking about, though. And at the end of that movie, I was like, God, I fucking hate that guy. Oh,
with the guy that. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. The Nazi dude.
Yeah, the blonde dude,
Yeah.
the guy in the opening scene. I hated him so much, and then I walked out of the theater and was like, "Wow, that guy can really fucking act."
But I heard he's like a real asshole, though. Like
I don't
even in
care.
real life.
He can act, though.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
like, I mean, I'm not trying to go meet the dude. I ain't trying to meet him at Comic-Con or nothing. But I watch him in just about anything because he's talented as hell.
What movie was he in? Oh, he was the bad guy in Green Hornet.
Yeah, he was. Bad guy in
Yeah.
Green Hornet. He was the good guy in Django Unchained.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he was in Big Eyes with Kristen
Oh, that's
Wiig. I haven't watched that yet.
I heard that movie was really good.
It looks interesting. I like that story, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, it's not.
But I mean, I think the Punisher guy looks great. I'm excited to see how he comes
Mhm.
through. I saw the no.
No.
All right, I'll post it on Facebook so we can all look at it. I'll tell you, it's kind of plain. It's just like Jessica Jones and cement. Pretty sure I can duplicate that in Photoshop in about 4 minutes. Not gonna
It's
lie.
already done right
I am doing it as we speak. Click, 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 click.
now. And send to Facebook.
Done. So, with that being said, though, I'm not familiar with that character at all, aka Jessica Jones, but the title treatment looks pretty poor.
I still need to begin Arrow.
The Arrow. Dude, if you haven't watched Arrow yet, you need to jump on that shit now.
Yeah, I think
I'm
that's
so far behind.
Now's
the
the time to
main
get
show
in.
slacking.
Just cruise through season 1. You know, you can wiki some of that.
But I heard that's what it is. Like season 1's just the origin.
Yeah, a lot of
And
story, a
then-
lot of characters. But man, season 2 and season 3, what a ride! What a ride! You want to talk about Easter egg heavy, dude? I could do a whole 2 hours on Arrow, like that. No big deal. We'll do that. We'll save that for another time. Anyways, though, still in the world of Marvel, did we see the Deadpool teaser that dropped today?
No,
Where he did it. I posted it.
I didn't get to see it.
Okay, so let me walk you through it real quick.
It's pretty funny.
It's a teaser for the trailer that comes out tomorrow.
wow.
It's Deadpool talking over in the world voice.
So he's doing the VO for his own teaser.
He's doing the voiceover for his own teaser, and he goes, "From the studio that sewed this motherfucker's mouth shut last time." It's me.
Yeah.
He's off from 5-time Oscar viewer Ryan Reynolds.
I love when they do
It's
that.
me, Deadpool, and my teaser drops tomorrow.
But see, he has that voice. Like
Now, when he tried to put the pipe in his mouth and it just fell out.
Yes.
Like I feel
Yes.
like Ryan Reynolds, not looking him as Ryan, but just hearing his voice and seeing the Deadpool picture, that's what I now picture the way Deadpool was how.
Since he was Slade Wilson in X-Men Origins Wolverine, in that first 30 minutes next to Will.i.am, I mean, ever since I've looked at him, that's the only voice I hear for his main voice, not any of his alternative voices. But
Yeah, no, there's-
I mean, even the Deadpool video game still sounded a lot like him, I thought.
I hope they
Yeah.
bring Bob. His friend Bob, the parrot.
I don't know.
It's a guy dressed up in a suit. Am I saying his name right? Is that his right name? I
Bob,
want to say
like
it's
B-O-P?
B-O-B.
Bob. Bob.
Yeah, I believe that's it. Man, for me being a Deadpool comic
This
reader,
movie's going to make a lot of money.
it is. And that's where I feel like, will they make a second one? Because
No.
even kids nowadays are just Deadpool. And I'm like, all right.
They're not going to make a second one. Well, I mean, if they make a second one, they won't make a third one. I guarantee you that, because it's going to have that Kick-Ass there. You know why we don't get a Kick-Ass 3?
Why?
Wow. Thanks for the lead in there, Homer. We don't get a Kick-Ass 3 because that girl, Hit Girl, released it in a press
Yeah.
release. You know, it's due to the pirating from that movie. They, didn't make enough money to merit a third one. And that's the same thing that's going to happen here, because, I mean, all these kids are fan of Deadpool. They take the R rating. That's great. That means you got one shot to do this right, man. Because all these kids are going to pirate this movie to hell online.
Yeah, I think you said that last time.
Yep, I think we did talk
I don't know,
about it.
man.
And Homer, you're right. It is Bob. I checked it online real quick for you.
No, it is Bob. Thank you.
All right, so we'll talk. Well, when that trailer releases, we'll have to talk about that some more.
If you're hearing me, Ryan, put Bob in there. Even as a little cameo and waste your 10 minutes of him in the very ending scene. Put him in. Not the Ryan next week, Ryan Reynolds.
Wow.
Ryan Reynolds doesn't listen to this podcast. You know that, Homer.
He's gonna
You don't
go.
know that.
He's going to. He's
Ryan
going to.
Reynolds quoted the Green Lantern anthem to a child at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Did I tell you that he dressed up as Deadpool at Comic Con?
Yeah.
Okay.
And nobody
No,
knew.
he commits to the role.
I love
Give
it.
him that.
I love it.
Give him that. All right. I'm going to talk about the fight next.
It'll
saw
probably
it
just
for
take
real.
me 34 seconds since
Oh!
how long the fight lasted.
I almost said, you know what? We can talk about this fight for as long as it lasted. So I think,
dude, you know what? I've never watched a Ronda Rousey fight and not said Jesus Christ. It's ridiculous, dude. I mean, that fight, it's every time she fights someone, especially her most recent fights, it's not, oh, I'm going to armbar them like my first 9 wins. It's, I'm going to find out how they fight, and I'm going to beat them at their own game. That's exactly what she did. She just stood up, beat the shit out of this girl, got her up against the cage, 2 punches, kneed her, punched her again, and knocked her out. It was one of those things where you're just like,
And
That's it.
34 seconds are up. All right.
34 seconds are
All
moving on.
All
No,
right.
I read an article. Apparently, she's a super big nerd. She's a big
She
Dragon
is.
Ball Z and
Yeah.
Pokemon fan. I was unaware of that.
Yeah,
Her
that's
favorite
why,
Dragon Ball character is my favorite Dragon Ball character, which makes me like her even more.
Let me hear it.
All right.
Are we going to talk about Shogun and Little Nog as well?
Well, that's the thing. She had worn her Vegeta shirt over 9,000.
Yeah.
At, like WrestleMania. last year.
WrestleMania, yeah, with The Rock.
And I was watching it, and she came up, and I was like, "Oh, that's Ronda! Oh my God, that's the best looking shirt in the world!" Like,
That's hilarious.
I still need that shirt.
So let's talk about some of our favorite memes that have come out of this fight.
Super Saiyan Ronda Rousey.
That's
Single, taken, and saving myself for Ronda Rousey.
funny. Well, my favorite one was doesn't actually depict Ronda. It's what's the other girl's name? I forgot.
Betch Correa.
Yeah, okay. It's her laying. I mean, she's like got her face down on the mat, and it's right on that Straight Outta Compton ad, and she's all, "What? Straight Outta Compton comes out in 2 weeks."
There was one that was like, what was it? It was like "Silence is Golden." Like they were at the weigh-in, and Ronda was just standing there, just not saying a word, and the other girl was just like yelling in her face. But it was like "Silence is golden, loudness is ignorance," or some shit like that. And I was like, "That's like the best. Like that should be a poster." Like it
It's
was
very
pretty-
inspirational. Not very memey,
but
but
it was
it's pretty inspirational. My other favorite meme is that scene from SpongeBob, and it's "Want to see me knock that girl out?" And he doesn't move, and he's "Want to see me do it again?"
okay. So question: there was a meme, but it was like apparently Ronda punched her so hard she shit her pants.
Dude, I saw that.
Was
I
that
saw
real?
That. It's the picture that I saw. It's Ronda like going to walk off the stage, and
Yeah.
you can see she's actually laughing in the picture.
Yeah, she's kind of smirking.
And you can
She's
see
kinda
on that
smart.
girl's white shorts, she got a total brown stain in the
That's
movie.
why I wouldn't. I
You know
wouldn't
what
wear
though?
brown.
There
I
was a
wouldn't
lot
wear
of blood from a previous fight, so I don't know. The funny part is, for
It
those
was
that
just
watched the
bad
fight,
area. If they-
after she knocked her out, right before Joe Rogan came to interview her, you heard Ronda Rousey say to her, "Don't cry." I was like, "Oh shit!" Like she's like making fun of her at the end. I was just like, "Damn."
well, that's the thing because
Well, she's a big crier, Rhonda. She,
yeah, she
No,
is,
she was
but I mean-
telling Korea not to cry.
yeah, but what's her
Or
name?
she was saying like,
was-
"Don't cry," or "Why are you crying?" or something like that.
Yeah, but her
Yeah, 'cause she got
her
knocked the
opponent was
fuck out.
talking
She's probably in
smash.
pain.
her opponent was talking mess, like I think the weigh-in or something like that. And she was
Oh
like,
yeah,
I'm gonna-
that's what she was saying.
I'm gonna
She was
hurt you
looking at
so
her
bad
face. She
that
said she's
you're
gonna,
gonna
I'm gonna
commit
knock you the
suicide.
fuck out.
yeah, she was like, I'm gonna hurt you so bad that you're gonna want to commit suicide. And that's the thing. I
Oh,
believe
shit,
that
that's
somebody
hardcore
said
shit.
that Ronda Rousey's father had committed suicide, and you know
Oh,
that's
She
she
said
takes
something.
that to heart.
She
You
said
know,
something
and
about her
it's
dad.
true.
Is I believe
Yeah.
during the
Yeah.
weigh-in as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so that's the thing. That's
Glad
why
she
she
got
was
knocked
like,
out.
I'm gonna whip you. But apparently Ronda was like, I'm gonna take my time and beat your ass. But I mean,
Yeah, she
I
said.
feel like
the funny part
Ronda's
is,
too hyped up to.
Are
you know
talking
what
about
though?
that post
The
interview?
funny part, right before the fight, she said, "I finish fights fast, and that's when I'm showing mercy. I'm gonna take my time on this one, and just humiliate her." But I was like, okay, clearly 34 seconds is you taking your time because you beat Kat Zingano in 14. So shit, you know.
I saw that post interview she had, and it was wow, that was a fast fight. And she was like, well, I was ready to go longer. It's not my fault. Nobody else was.
Yeah.
I mean, the only person that's taken her more than one round is Misha Tate, and they're gonna fight again later this year.
I saw something. Her total time in the ring is something.
It was like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe not even that.
And with all the fights and titles she has like under 10 minutes in the ring, all cumulative. It's nuts. Totally
It's
nuts.
pretty ridiculous. But
Totally nuts.
I don't know. I'm kind of looking forward to her and Misha Tate fighting again. There's so much bad blood between them, and Misha Tate can actually last a little longer. So do I think she's gonna win? No, but yeah, there's bad blood from when they did Ultimate Fighter.
Wow. Maybe we can get Taylor Swift to commentate.
No?
All right. I'll just.
I
look
got the
at
pun.
myself.
I got the
All
pun.
right. There we go.
Yeah, I got the pun.
Nobody showed up.
Homer's is like,
No, he's checking Instagram now.
Uh,
We're not recording a podcast or
Okay.
anything.
It's
yeah,
actually
Oh, you looking
10
up there?
fights, 6 titles, 24 minutes, and 48 seconds total time spent in the game.
Boom.
that's ridiculous.
Here's right here, 25-36.
Oh, here we go. I'm off by a
Okay.
minute if this is true.
Oh,
You
Lord.
already stopped recording?
No, I'm
Oh.
not recording.
Oh, all
I'm always recording. Come on, man.
Just make sure. Oh my god.
All right. So, what is the actual time that you spent in the
Oh.
ring?
Oh, her actual time actually it says 25:36. It is.
You know, that's usually
25
one
minutes and
title.
36 seconds.
But you know what? Like
That's
my
one
question
title
is,
fight, pretty much, going 5
Yeah.
rounds.
but
This
my
is
question
ridiculous.
is that her just like actually standing there waiting for the next round to, you know
no,
what I mean?
no, that's got to be time clocked in the ring. I couldn't imagine.
Yeah,
that.
yeah. But most of that's fighting Misha Tate. That's the funny part. Because they went, I
Yeah,
think,
she's
15
gorgeous.
minutes or 12
Ronda's-
minutes or something like
Ronda's
that.
beautiful.
Yeah. Well, impressive nonetheless. I'm not a huge fan, but that was I was super happy to have not paid for that fight. That's for sure.
You know what, though? There were some good fights. The Shogun Little Nog fight was really boring. There was another fight, though, 2 guys from Ultimate Fighter to make it into UFC, Vieira and Lopez.
Mm-hmm.
Bloodiest fight of the night. It was brutal. It just looked disgusting. At the end of it, they were just so battered. No form. They were just literally just pounding each other, and it was pretty good. That was probably the most exciting fight of the night.
More exciting than the Ronda fight. I mean, the
The
Ronda
Ronda fight didn't last long enough to be exciting. You were kind of just like, what the fuck just happened?
She
The
went
other
Super
fight
Saiyan.
went. Yeah.
But you know what's funny? I
Just
actually
imagine if you were her boyfriend and you were just like,
Lucky bastard.
oh, I didn't wash the dishes tonight. Go pow! You're dead.
turtle would be fucked.
Oh man,
Javi wants to go 1 minute in the ring with her.
Javi couldn't
Yes,
last
I'm sure
1
he
minute
does.
anywhere with her.
We'll let him get on the show and defend himself next time.
When he gets back from Japan, he won't be back until the end of the month.
What does he go over there for? Just to buy Pokemon cards that he could buy from downtown? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
No,
No,
I think
he's
I
gonna-
don't know what he's doing. He's going everywhere in Japan, but
I thought he had family in Puerto Rico,
yeah, it's where he's from.
but he has family in Japan too.
No, I think it's his friend
No.
who lives out there.
Yeah, he was born in Japan on base.
No,
And he's
he was
supposed to go
made in Japan, quote unquote.
Yeah, that's hilarious. We'll let Javi tell that story next time about his made in Japan tattoo. I know Paul's going out there.
Yeah, I think Paul leaves this
Monday.
week.
But Paul's
Yeah.
understandable.
Paul leaves Monday, and then when he comes back, we have an excellent discussion about Comic-Cons, which will fall in perfectly after I go to Texas Comic-Con. Paul just did San Japan, and then it'll be pre-Alamo City.
I heard San Japan was pretty rowdy this year.
We'll let Paul tell us all the juicy details when we get back.
I wish I was there.
All right, so let's talk about this new. Well, I guess it's not new. It's been floating around for a while, but I feel like with the trailer to Suicide Squad dropping, there's more justification. And not to Suicide Squad, to Batman v Superman. There's more justification to this theory. So it's the theory that, and spoilers. I mean, the movie's not even out yet, so it's not even a fucking spoiler.
It's
just a
spoilers if you read the damn book.
It's yeah. Well, it's not if you read the book. But so the theory is that the Jared Leto Joker is actually not the Joker, but potentially Jason Todd.
Mm-hmm.
AKA in current continuity, he's the Red Hood, and he was once Robin.
Yeah.
Now, the justification behind this is in that original photo that leaked of the Joker. There appears to be like a birdish tattoo on there, which could have symbolized, that time that the Joker killed Robin. or it could symbolize that was Robin at one point. Now, with the Batman v Superman trailer, you have the added details of, when Ben Affleck opens up that paper and it says, you let your family die. It definitely looks very Joker handwritten-y.
Yeah.
And who's gonna know that Bruce Wayne is Batman other than Robin?
Yeah.
And if it's Robin, and but in the Joker's handwriting, that kind of sets up this Jared Leto Joker being Jason Todd, and that kind of explains why he's all tattooed up, why he had the time for all this, why he looks so different than we've ever seen him before.
And in the comic, there's a part where Bruce Wayne actually tells the Joker who he is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he tells his identity, and the Joker was just like, I'm gonna get ass.
Yeah.
Like,
So
I don't care about you. I want that.
I read that. That's in Snyder's current run.
Yeah.
Most recent run. Okay. I didn't think they had touched on that before. So in what was that? Endgame? No, that was pre-Endgame. That was Death of the Family.
Yeah.
In Scott Snyder's run on Batman, he had a short series called Death of the Family. And it was, all this crazy shit that happened with the Joker. And it was a very intimate story, about how the Joker feels that he's Batman's court jester. He's the only one who can make him laugh, and he's his true family. And there was a point where Bruce Wayne approaches the Joker in the jail cell and says, I'm Batman. And the Joker doesn't care, totally disregards it, because he doesn't care that Bruce Wayne is Batman. He cares about Batman. That's his one true love. That's the guy that, he is connected with forever.
To him, Bruce Wayne is the alter ego.
Well,
Batman is the one who's after.
Exactly. So, what do we think about this theory?
I kind of agree with it. Just because I think I also saw that there was a J on him. And I believe in the comic, or even if you saw the cartoon, he burns a J on Robin's face.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he burns it right before he beats him pretty much to a pulp.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like, they may just be saying, oh, it's not really him. But I mean, come on. Like, you're giving us so many clues for us to believe this. Like, I don't know. If it is, then that's pretty cool. That's understandable. Cool. It's a different twist on the whole Joker thing.
Talk about something that nobody's done new. Yet. Jason Todd takes up the mantle of, not the Red Hood, the mantle of the Joker after the man beats and kills him.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, it explains the tattoos. It explains how he's so different.
And keep going.
I was to say the question that I follow up with that is, we've seen other leaked pictures of the Joker where he doesn't look so tatted up. He has the slick back green hair and he's in a straight jacket. Now, which Joker is Harley Quinn in love with? How are they going to play that into it? If it is Jason Todd as this new Joker, I could see that playing out in the movie. He comes out and, you're not him. You're not Mr. J. Yeah. And then, ooh, I'm not going to kill you. Yeah. Like, how that plays into it perfectly.
Yeah, it really does. And I feel like she's not going to be the Joker's Harley Quinn. She's going to be her own character. She's going to be, I don't listen to you. You're not Mr. J. You're not the one I want to be with. You're just some guy who's faking. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's where they're going to go with it. And that's what I want to see. You know what I mean? Because there's been too many Mr. J's and no Harley Quinn. But, everybody wants to see that bond. You know what I mean? Between them. Because in the comic and the cartoon, it was a great bond.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
I guess we'll just see how it plays out and see what happens. But I mean, I don't know. I really do hope he's Robin.
I like this.
It's a big twist.
It is a big twist, but I like this conversation about Harley more right now. How much in love do you think Harley is with the Joker? Do you think it's possible that maybe she is so in love with the idea of the Joker that if the Joker's dead, that would justify why Batman had been taking time off in Batman v Superman.
Because there's no reason for him to be around.
And then if Jason Todd is back as the Joker now, do you think at some point she just accepts him as the new Joker and falls back into the position? Did you see the animated show, the cartoon Assault on Arkham, where so there's a scene where she comes. It's the Suicide Squad. Harley confronts the Joker in his jail cell, and it's at the point where she's upset with him and she's frustrated with him, and she opens fire on him through the holes in the glass. And it was probably the only part of that movie that I fucking liked was she opens fire on him and he's like, "What are you, crazy?" And she leaves, and then later in the film he realizes that she had shot part of the panel and he can access the wires behind it and get him out of the jail cell. And I love that idea that did she open fire on him and tried to be like, fuck this guy, or was it did her subconscious kick in and say, I love this man too much, I'm gonna help him no matter what the costs are, no matter what he does to me, no matter who he is, I will always help the Joker.
I don't know, she may always help the Joker just because of what he represents. You know what I mean? The person she used to love and stuff like that. But I mean, that's the way Joker is mental as well. Yeah. Like, he always has a plan to the stupid things he's doing. And I forgot what comic that I love that I just want to say it's the Joker. Like, I forgot it. But that's what he does. Like, he's doing stupid stuff and you're thinking, why the hell would you do this? And in the long run, at the end of the thing, you're like, oh, that was just beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
It's just beautiful.
He kills it all the time. Did you ever hear that fan theory from the Nolan universe that his Joker was a war veteran?
No.
So check this out. If he was a war veteran, tell me that it doesn't make everything make sense about the Joker that lives in the Nolan universe. That why he has so much knowledge about the bombs and everything, why he's disfigured, why he feels that he needs to put on a mask. Is that even a mask, or is that him putting on the camouflage, to blend in with the crazies of Gotham?
Yeah, and that's true. He has an arsenal of stuff every time he came out. He always had a gun. He always had grenades attached to his suit for some damn reason.
Yeah. I mean, and that theory works great for the known universe, whether it's true or not. I mean, that theory will hold up. I don't ever get an explanation of what happened to Jason Todd or what happens, if this is Jason Todd as a Joker, but maybe that theory will hold up regardless. One of those things. Yeah, if you want it to be true, it can be true.
Yeah, but I really do feel they should push this because everybody wants to see something different with the Joker. They don't want to see the same old, okay, he's crazy. All right, he's dropped in a ball of acid. You know what I mean? I do love it, but I mean, I know the origins of the Joker. Or the origins that people give their...
of the origins that have been
because
presented.
Everybody presents their own origin, but there originally is no origin of the Joker. So, but I mean, this is something new, and I would really enjoy it.
On a side note, we got the Dark Knight Returns Part 1 and 2 in an animated format.
Oh.
Now we have Batman v Superman, which seems to be following that storyline fairly closely. We got a movie called Assault on Arkham in an animated format, which seems to be where Suicide Squad is kind of following itself. We have a Court of Owls movie. We have 2 Damian Waynes.
Court of Owls is such a good series. Yeah, that should be in every comic book.
Oh my god, I love the Court of Owls so much.
Little collection.
I love the Court of Owls so much. I tricked my wife into naming our son Grayson, and his theme for his room is owls.
And who did a painting of owls? This guy.
And that's right. My good friend Philip over here did a painting of a snow owl, the premier owl for the Court of Owls.
Yeah.
And wrote Grayson on in what font? Batman animated series.
I need
font.
to reread that series.
Oh my god, dude! I have it in trade, man. I've been trying to collect 1 through 10.
Oh, right.
Yeah, dude, I have 12 on
Well, because
in hard copy.
I regret it to this day.
Uh-huh.
So they had released like a special edition, which was, I think, both big books
Yeah, with the mask.
with the Mask of the Court of
Yeah,
Owls. And I
yeah.
was like, oh man, it's like $60 or something like that. And I was like, I ain't got the money until like Thursday. It was like a Tuesday. I came back Thursday. Yeah, we sold it. Like right after you left, pretty
That's
much. The guy
crazy.
laughed at me, and I was like, all right.
Well then, we'll have to come back and do an entire Court of Owls episode because I love that series so much. But so my point is though, we had Dark Knight Returns, now it's in big screen. We had Arkham Asylum, now it's going to big screen. We have a Court of Owls, and we have a Killing Joke
Uh-huh.
in the works. Do you think we'll see those on the big screen?
Killing Joke, I feel, should not be a big screen movie. And I know that's really hardcore to say, but I mean, that is such a brutal movie or book.
It'll kill
To
the
me.
franchise.
Like, a lot of people would see the Joker in a different way and be like, you know, they will fear him a lot more because he is more sinister
Yep.
in that book.
Yep.
And he just, what he does to certain people in there, a lot of people just don't like. You know,
Yeah,
but
nobody wants to see that on the big screen. I agree.
he does some crazy stuff. And there's a lot of Joker books where he rapes people. He does certain things that
Yeah.
a lot of people aren't ready for that. You know,
I mean, even in that most recent Snyder run, when he talks about, I've been talking to Gordon when he's like, I've been laying under your bed, I listen to you
Yeah.
have sex with your wife. Like,
he's so mental. And
he's insane, and it works in a small format. You know, the paper
Yeah.
format where it's such a small audience, and they're gonna try it in this animated format, and I think that's gonna be a real
that animated,
testing point.
it's going to push it. For an animated movie, it's going to push it to its cartoon viewer. Like,
Yeah,
that's going to
yeah.
be that kind of like, it's a rated R. Oh, but it's a cartoon. Yeah, it's rated R. Like,
I don't know,
And
man. You
I
think
don't
they'll
know.
go for the R rating on that?
they're going to have to. If they're going to want to stick to it and do it some decent justice, it might have to hit that way.
When did that story come out? I mean, how old is that story now?
The Killing Joke?
Yeah, it's old, right?
Yes.
Over 10 years,
They've
you know.
done remakes as cover wise, like every couple of years.
Well, so that was the point I was going to make. So I don't know if you saw Philip, but there was a cover for Batgirl, since it was Joker's 75th anniversary. Well, the cover for Batgirl that month was the Joker standing behind her in that Hawaiian shirt with the top hat, with him drawing the smile on her face.
Because that was the
with the
alternate cover.
lipstick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it got pulled because it was too controversial. But I mean, those two characters have so much history. I mean, it's people pulling it because they don't understand the history.
But
Do
see,
you
that's the
think?
thing.
But, I mean, if we can't even get that cover anymore, there's
Yeah.
no way. How are we going to get an R animated? I know we'll get PG-13.
We're not. Yeah, we'll get PG-13. We won't get R.
But that's the thing. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, if you-
They'll have to do something to change the story or imply it in some way.
yes, that's
Yeah.
what I was gonna say.
Probably
Because
imply it.
if he doesn't do the things he does, everything else just goes to waste.
It's a pointless one. If
It's
they
a
don't
pointless movie.
follow it. I mean, during these animated movies is the time that they have to follow these books to the T. And that dude who did the Dark Knight Returns, Jay Oliver, dude, that dude killed it. I read.
Oh yeah, I mean when Batman's getting bitten and stuff like that in the first one.
And when he's getting stabbed by the Joker and he's off it, no, excuse me, bam, people in the ear like, holy shit. I mean, that's kind of intense. I don't know how comfortable I feel with that, but
Was that PG-13?
it was PG-13, but you go back and you read that Frank Miller novel, man, and damn, I would be damned if they didn't follow that shit to the T. Obviously, no monologue, no voiceover, but everything is implied.
Frank Miller has always Frank Miller has raised the bars on comics. Whether it was his own little thing, with Sin City or doing his 300, even though, there were stories and stuff. But I mean, just in general, the way he did his movies,
His books, yeah.
his books.
Well, I mean,
And
look how
his
much of his
take-
stuff is being turned into the screen,
Yeah,
big or
and-
small. The
and
whole
his take
Daredevil
on it.
Netflix run is based off of that Man Without Fear.
Yeah. And
And
they
it is
were all,
Perfect. It's a perfect TV show. It's
and
so
I feel
good.
like he he brings a lot to it, and he brings that darkness that it needed, like what the comic and the Batman needed. Like he brought back what it originally started, because a lot of people said like the original Batman was too dark. You know, people read it, but it wasn't what kids needed to read, and he brought it back for the mature people, and that's what's good, because I feel he's bringing it for the adults, but there's still other writers doing it for the teens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, you could read this one. This one, I don't know. I don't know if your mama will let you read it. You
Yeah,
know?
no, and I agree. I mean, I feel like the comic book genre as a whole in DC's realm is very mature. It's very hard to market to children. They're trying with that Teen Titans Go. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I've been subscribed to Teen Titans Go for months now. I pull that every month, and I'm so fucking confused when I read that book, and so dumbfounded. I'm like, take it off my pull box, man. Let it go. Like,
They went so poppy.
yeah.
So poppy.
I'm like, dude, the Teen Titans are fantastic, but that Teen Titans Go is, I mean, it's like that fucking Uncle Grandpa in a comic book. It's terrible.
I honestly think I read like the first 2 or 3, and I was done.
I mean, it's a great adaptation of the TV show, but it doesn't translate to print at all. And I'm like, it's not helping my kid read. You know, it's not even helping him follow story really much.
And
because
the
it's all
original
over
Teen
the
Titans
place.
were good. You know what I mean? Like, if you watch the old Teen Titans show and the new Teen Titans Go, they're two different things. Two different things.
The one thing I give Teen Titans Go credit for is the Easter eggs. They're pretty hilarious, you know, seeing the Bane stickers on the wall.
But that's an adult humor.
Yeah.
And those are the things that a lot of cartoons put in. Because if you're sitting down with your kid, you're gonna be like, oh. And your kid's gonna look at you like, what the hell are you laughing at?
Yeah, I tell my wife all the time, and she doesn't care at all. She's like, oh my God, get the fuck over yourself already. But I crack up at the Easter. It's like, oh my God, dude, that's so funny, because, you know, they actually do get together later on. And, and, you know, she's like, I could give a shit less. But it cracks me up. Has your son watched the older Teen Titans cartoon?
He looks at it like it's a flashback to Teen Titans to Go. Like he'll look at it and just be like, "This ain't right."
See, my
Like,
son's the
it's
opposite
strange to
spectrum.
him.
He calls it the Big Teen Titans.
The adult version.
Dude, I have season 1 on DVD. Man, those discs are scratched to fuck, because he watches those shits over and over. He loves it. He's all Slade, man. He one Halloween he asked to be Slade. He caved to be a Power Ranger because Power Rangers are his life. But he loves those big Teen Titans and gets real engaged with the stories. And I mean, he likes that more than the Teen Titans Go. He likes the Teen Titans Go because he recognizes the characters, I feel like. And it is poppy, bright, and fun. But I mean, that is nothing compared to what that show used to be.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So, wrapping up, Philip, how do you feel about the idea that Joker is Jason Todd? If that is the case, are you cool with it?
Yeah.
Homer.
I'm cool with it.
One word answers. Yeah.
I want to see that twist, dude.
I do.
wanna see
I would
something
be.
different.
I would be
That's my main thing.
so taken aback if that's what they do. Dude, I'd be even more taken aback if they twisted even further and show us something that we never even saw coming.
Ra's al Ghul.
Well, that would be
and-
perfect, though. Think about it.
The pit.
Well, think about it, though.
If they
You
had
know,
it, that would be
they show the trailers to kind of tease it, right? But then
Yeah.
they don't reveal it till like the end of the movie or something. That would be perfect.
That would be perfect, you know. So tease you in the trailer, and then the entire movie misleads you to think that, oh, you know, it was just a joke. And then right at the end, twist it. You see, just like you said, you see Jason Todd walk out of the thing, and he's all, oh, the young Robin is back. He's all, no, not Robin. And then he fucking lets a crackle out.
Where he starts laughing. Once.
Oh, man. Dude,
That or like he should do something to where like Batman's on the floor and he's like, yeah, I finally did it. Yeah, and he kind of says something like, oh, I forgot to give this back to you. And he just drops the R on his chest and he walks off.
oh,
I'd be like, oh, dude.
that would be it.
I'd be like,
That'd be-
That'd be it,
I got
dude. And
chills
like you
just to
see him
think
like
about that.
slick back his hair,
And just
and
walk
like
away.
that's when you see
Yeah.
Jared Leto with no makeup or anything, and
Yeah.
he's just like, ah, Oh,
and he just walks up. I would have been like, dude, that's it. And
that's
that's the
it
way
right
that
there,
movie
dude.
should
That's the post-credit scene of fucking Suicide Squad right there.
Yeah.
Wow, man. Oh,
If only they listened to that part, they should actually put the little
agreed.
credit.
Agreed. I
That'd
feel
be beautiful.
I
I
feel
think I
that
might have to fly back and watch that with you guys.
yeah, dude. I'm
Just
telling
for
you, if they don't do something as good or better than what we're pitching right here at this table from 3 lackluster fans, then what the hell are they doing up there?
For real.
No, man, I think
Sitting around the table, probably smoking a bunch of weed, thinking, "Hey, let's write this."
So let's have
That's how they do Family Guy episodes.
I don't know. I really don't know how I feel about his hair. It's too green.
Nah, man.
And that sounds so weird, but it is.
No, the only thing I don't like is the grill. I don't like the grill. Why is there so much stuff in his teeth? You can see Jared Leto struggling to talk with him.
As long as they put that song, Grills. If they put that song in there, I would accept it. As long as that's his intro song, he just walks out with the boombox. Smile for my dad. Like I'm done.
You
That'd be
want to
great.
see my what?
The grill.
You see him, dude. I got it right here. It's the flashback, right when he's meeting with Harvey and he's taking her running his errands, and it's Paul Wall, and they just fucking high five, and
Yeah.
Paul Wall hands him a fucking container, and he
Check out my
opens it,
mixtape.
and it's just that beat playing the whole time.
Yeah.
He opens it, and puts it in,
He's like,
smiles, and then that's when he's driving that fucking
Yeah.
Lambo. That's when Batman.
You know what would be really cool? That would go back to the animated series. If he pulls out the grill and throws it, and it's like those little clapping teeth on the ground.
Oh my god,
that would be cool.
sick.
Holy
that would
shit.
be cool. I did not think about that, but that is a good thought.
This is why I like having people on the podcast right here.
I didn't think
Dude,
about
that
that.
is a great idea. If that's why he has those grills in,
That'd be bitching.
hold on. Can we pause for a second? My mind needs to unblow itself right now. I need a minute.
Put itself back together. But that was a real beautiful twist. I didn't think about that. Jesus.
That's a fantastic
That's beautiful.
concept. And
That's
if that is why indeed he has those grills, I think it's perfect.
If it's not, I'm writing DC and saying, "Hey,
You
need to do
missed
this
an
in next week."
opportunity. You missed an opportunity, and you need to start listening to this podcast. Give us a tweet or
Seriously.
something so we can get some followers, and I'll forgive you. But goddamn, that is, whew. Wow, that was good. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
So
I really didn't see that coming. I didn't
wow.
think about that. That's just wow. Now I'm gonna be thinking about that tonight, dude. I'm gonna be
Philip,
like,
talk about
"Jeez,
something.
man."
God damn, we just got a bunch of dead air over
I
here.
know.
I'm just like
Did I
flabbergasted.
really mind that much?
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
dude.
Dude,
I-
I've had a whole week to come up with all my ideas and
For real,
theories
dude.
and have them presented, and then you just sidebar me like that.
we were over here bitching and complaining that we kind of hated the grill and
Yeah,
how
you know the one thing I don't like.
You know
fucking
what?
put it in
The funny part is, I
perspective.
just
You
thought
know,
of that
at
right
least-
now too.
That's how the best ideas come, right?
Jeez. Now I can't
So,
wait to see what happens.
All right, well, I'll fill some dead air. So North Hollywood's full of hipsters.
All right, hold on. Before we get into your hipster stuff, we'll wrap this up. I'm fine with Jason Todd being Joker, especially if he throws some goddamn grills out and the teeth just start to clatter. You don't even have to make that make sense mechanically. Just like fucking someone chasing him and he just spits it out of his mouth and throws it, and it's chattering teeth, and
Yeah.
the teeth are that same color as his grill.
Unless he does that old school Batman move in the original Batman movie.
Bam! Oh
where
my
he
god!
just gets
Oh my
punched and he
God.
spits it out and it just starts
This
chattering.
whole teeth thing is
Beautiful.
just taking my life to a whole other level. I'm so taken aback right now. That's it right there. He's
If they
being
do it
chased
that
and
way,
he
it's gonna
throws.
be
He's climbing up a wall and
It's
he
a weapon
throws
or
it,
something.
and you just see it start chewing off something. That's it right there. It's chewing off the leg of an Argus guy, and it's just and then you see him laughing without the teeth. Oh,
It's just amazed right now.
that's it right now.
I wish I could see like how his mind was blown 2 seconds ago. when he first
If you
said
could
I
see
just,
inside
just
my
wrote
brain
it
right
out
now,
in your
it would be yeah.
it. He Ronda Rousey shit. Boom. Within
Boom.
seconds. Within seconds.
In
That's
seconds.
it, right there. Dang, you beat Ronda's record. I'm just saying.
So,
Yep.
so apparently, I don't know. I'm gonna throw this out there.
All right.
But everyone's hyping about this new Dragon Ball Z movie.
Well,
And I know there may not be a lot of Dragon Balls fans in this thing, but a lot of people are already complaining about it.
complaining? Oh no,
Yeah.
that's upsetting.
Oh.
I stopped watching after the Cell saga, man.
Yeah.
I mean, is Cell after Frieza?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I watched some of Cell. I watched Frieza start to finish, and I loved what I experienced on the journey. I hated that it took like 4 episodes for a guy to power up.
That's every Dragon Ball series.
Yeah.
You know, I read that
Yeah.
review. I was reading.
And you know what,
it
though?
shows
The Cell
it's-
saga lasted like, what, 2 seasons almost?
I mean, there's like
Yeah,
the
and that was
full
just the first
16
Kamehameha.
transformation.
Yeah,
of
seriously.
Majin Buu.
And then Goku gets himself killed like every single freaking episode, every
I know,
single,
and then he
single
just
saga.
comes back as another level of Saiyan. Now
Yeah.
he's got fur again. He grew back his tail.
Yeah,
They
I
pulled
don't
it out. I don't
That's-
understand how this is working.
That's a
Oh,
whole
because he
other
died,
thing.
he had to come back as a kid.
Yeah, they wished him not to come back with the tail and not cut it off. But I mean, everyone's already complaining that it's gonna suck, and it just blows my mind.
I saw
Well,
Vegeta.
I mean,
is Trunks in it? Vegeta and
I
Trunks are
don't
my
know.
2 favorite characters.
Vegeta, well, after the Cell saga, Vegeta and Goku merged. I remember that.
Yeah, I remember that. To Gogeta.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
don't know. Everyone's just kind
I
of
stopped watching after that, though. It got ridiculous.
I don't know. If they play that movie, I'd be willing to go watch it. Or
Well,
if
they're
they
supposed to
Redbox
play
it.
it this weekend. It's
Did
supposed to
anybody
be
watch
like
the live
this
action?
weekend.
Is it
Dragon
Dragon
Ball?
Ball? We
ridiculous.
don't talk about that
No one-
nonsense. I don't care how
No.
new or this show is. I don't care if nobody listens to this show. We don't talk about that nonsense.
That stays.
That
off this
Ryan
air.
Gosling wannabe
Off this
trying to
channel.
pretend to be Goku.
That was pretty
But
hilarious,
I
though.
just-
What an
You got
asshole.
to admit.
But
It was
yeah,
so bad.
it's supposed
Piccolo.
to be
Yeah, it
out.
was.
Really? I'm gonna
Yeah.
choose the guy who looks the least like a human, the most impossible character to reproduce. That's who I'm gonna choose as the villain. Piccolo's a gangster.
But that's the thing. No, Jesus.
No, they just need to do Dragon Ball Z as a live action TV show, and it just needs to be all the androids, the Android Saga.
Maybe.
I'm gonna take your
17 and
silence as general acceptance.
I will accept it.
Yeah.
That I'll
17 and 18, yeah, exactly.
But I don't know. It's supposed to be like at Silverado and like Draft House, and I think maybe
Is it dubbed or
just this
subtitled?
weekend. I want to say it's dubbed,
Okay.
but I mean, because I'm not gonna pay $9 to
Is it
watch
gonna
that
go to
movie
Redbox?
that I'm reading the bottom the whole time.
Oh yeah. Well, I did watch the Orphan in theaters.
Yeah.
That was a good movie.
Yeah,
But it's a scary
but I
movie,
mean,
like, I don't know. So
But
that's
that's
Last time I
what
went to
takes
the
it
movies
away.
was with you guys.
with us. What do we see?
Yeah.
Transformers? No. Guardians? No.
Guardians.
Guardians.
That's the last time you went to the movies? No, we saw something after that.
They took down our site. Did you see
I remember.
movie 2? They took down our site.
Well, those sons of bitches.
Yeah. I was trying to go see Ant-Man again.
Yeah. Well, I may know that 1 out of 3 people on this podcast did not see it in theaters.
I said again. I didn't want to pay for it the second time around.
Look, I
But I
paid
mean,
for it.
I wanted
We're
to
talking
watch
about
it
me,
again
Homer.
just to, you know, refresh
That's
my
why I
mind.
didn't. That's why I missed the after credits.
Yeah. My guy didn't stay all the way through.
He was actually walking out right after the credits started. That bastard.
That's too funny. Oh, you had tried to mention it earlier. I forgot to touch on it because we were talking about the Joker. But Channing Tatum drops out as Gambit.
Yeah.
Oh, he's back. He's back in.
He's
I
back
heard he
in.
dropped out.
I just saw it today on comicbook.com that he's back in.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
That
First
he
of all,
signed the contract.
if he did
needs
drop
to
out,
make up his mind.
if he did drop out, I wasn't too upset because I wasn't that excited about Channing Tatum being Gambit. But I was upset that we weren't getting a Gambit movie. But if he's back on,
Okay, we should honestly bring back Gambit, but the Gambit from the X-Men one.
Yeah, Taylor Kitschner's Battleship.
I like his
that
attitude.
shit.
I did not like him in that other movie. What was that movie? He was in?
John Carter.
Thank you.
Why? He was perfect in that movie.
That movie
just
was.
flopped.
It was
movie
just
flopped.
blah. He was good in it.
Let me rephrase
The
that.
movie was.
I
blah.
didn't watch it in theaters. I Redboxed it, and as a Redbox, I was like, "This is totally fine."
Yeah,
I
that's
enjoyed
a
myself
totally
the whole
different
way.
concept, dude.
Agreed.
Like, if you Redbox a movie and you think it was good, you automatically think it was good to watch at home.
Yeah.
But I would not have paid $9 for this motherfucker.
No, don't be. That's nonsense.
Because let me tell you what.
Yeah, confirmed it. Gambit movie is on October 7th, 2016 is the release date.
Jesus. 2 years I gotta wait for this? Well, I guess Age of Apocalypse doesn't come out till next year anyway. So.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Marvel.
2016. It's a year.
Is it on
That's it.
Marvel's site? I
Fox.
forgot whose site. Is it Fox's?
Yeah, Fox
They
still owns
have
X-Men.
Marvel is just to like 2025. They have the set list of the movies that are coming out, and that's what I think is a big flaw, because they'll have October 2015 Marvel movie, and you're kind of assuming, okay, well, I'm kind of guessing what movie it's gonna be, or it's kind of like,
What do we have next year? We have Civil War.
what don't we have next year?
Is Doctor Strange next year already?
No,
No.
wait, I think it's late that
We
year.
got another Avengers movie next year, don't we?
Another one?
Yeah, I think it's another
Wait, so we
Avengers
go
movie.
Civil War and then go straight
It's
into
another
Avengers?
Captain America.
So we're gonna
I heard
create a
they're making
conflict
another
and then
Thor.
another reason for them.
I heard
Oh
they were
yeah,
doing
it's
the other
Thor.
Thor.
And with that name that nobody can pronounce.
Yeah.
We've got a part 1 and part 2 or something.
That's
Avengers.
Avengers with Age of Infinity. Is that
So,
what it is?
My question
Infinity
is,
Gauntlet.
this question has been on my mind for a while. How would y'all feel of another Hulk movie? Not an Origins, just a Hulk movie.
I want
in
to see Planet Hulk.
general. I
I don't think we need another Hulk movie, to be honest.
I'm just saying, how many times does that movie need to flop before we realize that it can't stand
but I mean,
alone?
with what's his name now, as the Hulk, getting his own. Even if you brought in
Edward
Red Hulk.
Norton can hold a Hulk movie by himself. You think Mark Ruffalo can?
Mark Ruffalo is a better Hulk.
He's not a
better
actor?
looking Hulk.
What, are they going to CG the entire movie?
But I mean, that's the way the
It's
other.
Marvel, you have to CG the entire movie.
Well,
I
yeah.
would like to see Mark Ruffalo turn green, and like
I'm just saying, though. I
20
mean,
times.
we CG the entire movie. What do we end up with? I'm pretty sure I've seen that movie. It's called Green Lantern.
It's every Marvel movie out there. It's true. I mean, you can't
Yeah,
make a
dude.
Marvel movie without CGI these days.
Avengers 2 has like the record for most CGI scenes, doesn't it?
Marvel.
Avengers 2, just like
Oh,
in ever.
yeah, because I don't think we've made Iron Man. 2
Dude,
yet.
I'm telling you, that's what's got me even more excited about Batman v Superman. Look how in the trailer, how many special effects do you see? You see Superman floating. That's about it. A lot of it's a practical effects, though.
But they're doing what we want to see in trailers, not the movie. Once we see the movie, you're gonna see Batman and Superman flying and battling it out.
That's fine.
That's where all the
as
CG
long as
comes
it
in.
looks more practical.
But see, that's where it is. Like, whenever they do CG, it's more CG. Like, they put too much, bright light here, bright light there. Like, it's not, okay, let's dim
Explosion.
it, make it a little darker, do this. And that's where you're going to be like, okay, it looks kind of realistic because it's dark.
Yeah.
It's nighttime, I understand. It's not noon at New York.
Just saying. I didn't see a lot of CG in Jurassic Park when I rewatched it the other day.
The original Jurassic Park?
Yeah, dude, it's on demand on ABC Family.
Well, the
Ain't
original
that some
Jurassic
shit?
Park. Well, that's the thing. That's why
Dude,
a lot
that
of older
movie
people
holds
complain.
up. I was like,
But
that
that's why a
looks
lot of
almost
people
just as
complain.
good as the dinosaurs I
Like-
saw in Jurassic World.
Like our age now, maybe older people as well. They're gonna complain because they look at the turtle movie now and they're like, "What kind of crap is this?" They
That's
see
fair.
Those movies are still the shit. What are you talking about?
no.
No,
but
no,
I'm
no.
saying
He's
new
talking about the
Ninja
new
Turtles.
Turtle movie.
Oh,
okay,
the new one.
Don't get it twisted. I love the new Turtle film.
It was
But-
good.
with all that CG in 10 years, it's gonna look like shit.
But that's what I'm saying. Because, dude, these movies were made in the late 80s, early 90s.
Yep.
And they were, like, beautiful for just being done in makeup. Like, you look at them and you're like, dude,
Well,
it would
I
have
mean,
taken
it's
me
Jim
20
Henson
years
though.
to do that.
It's Jim Henson, first of all. You're working
A
with the Muppets.
puppeteer, bro.
Dude, I swear to God, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze, one of my top 10 favorite movies.
Hell yes.
But there's
I
people
watched
that
that
I
movie
see.
on VHS until the tape wore out.
Dude, I bought it on Blu-ray the other day.
And
Seriously?
it got scratches.
Yeah. And that's only because my box set version of the DVD got scratched up and it was unwatchable, so I bought it on Blu-ray.
But see, like, there's people that
I
I
think
see
I still
that.
have VHS tapes of it
That's
at my
awesome.
dad's.
I'm kind of envious. I remember the VHS tape. It was a white
You know what? I wonder if
cardboard
they're
box.
worth any
yeah.
money.
They are.
Yeah. Are they worth money?
No.
They probably are.
Who's paying for a VHS tape of Ninja Turtles 2?
The hipsters in Hollywood.
Wait a minute. Do you have a cassette of the
Yeah, that's actually
soundtrack?
good
I used to
idea.
have it. Dude, Go Ninja Go's my stuff.
I've got the Mortal Kombat soundtrack, but
That's awesome.
To be honest with
Dude,
you,
I had that
who didn't
soundtrack.
have that soundtrack.
yeah.
Just thinking
True.
that's it. I was like, I
And if
did
you
have that.
didn't have that soundtrack, 4 tracks were burned on the mixed CD or tape that you
No,
had
it was
in
tape
your
because you
car.
played the CD from your rich friend and you recorded it on your tape. I remember. Scotty,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
appreciate you letting me borrow your CD, buddy.
I'm gonna bring my boombox and I'm gonna hit record. Everybody shut up. Did the phone
I
ring
love
at 2.3 seconds?
Bam.
Do-overs.
So you want to hear a cool story real quick? When Mortal Kombat came out, I actually lived in Hawaii. And it was like a big thing there. Power Rangers and this Mortal Kombat. And I actually got to meet Shang Tsung at the movie theater. And I have his autograph.
How did you meet
You
him?
know what? I see him
He
in
was
other
there
movies.
doing a signing for the release of Mortal Kombat. And they had cosplayers. Before cosplay was even a fucking thing, doing Jade and Katana and what's the purple girl?
Jade.
No, that she's green.
Melina.
Melina. Melina was even there.
Oh my
Also,
god.
she
we've
wasn't
been
even
playing
in the
Mortal
movie
Kombat
though.
games all week long.
You know what though? It's funny to this day. I'll still see that guy that played Shang Tsung in other movies, and I'm like, fuck that guy.
What? He was awesome in Johnny Tsunami.
Wait, wasn't he the same guy in Big Trouble in Little China?
Probably.
The Rock?
What? Oh, that's right. That's a different story. I don't know
Yeah,
about The
well,
Rock playing
that's
that movie.
we'll
Kurt
save that
Russell
for
needs to
the
come back and
things
just
we
punch
were
The Rock
regretting
in the
Hollywood's
face.
doing.
Is Kurt Russell still alive? I
Yeah.
haven't
Yeah,
seen-
he's in the new. I had posted that picture. He's in the new. Oh my god, Quentin Tarantino movie. He's in the new Western.
Really?
Oh.
He ended up doing that Western? I thought he canceled it since
Apparently,
the
he brought it. Yeah, the script leaked, but
script. Where do you rewrite it? I mean, it's
who wants to
Quentin
read
Tarantino.
a script?
Fair enough.
I'm not gonna sit there and read like
You know what?
200 pages.
I'm
of
not
script.
gonna lie. I did read the whole first page of the
The
original.
Daredevil.
No,
I mean, the Deadpool.
no, the Batman, the original 1989 Batman, the Keaton movie.
Oh, really?
I read the first script, and dude, holy shit, it could have been so much better than it was. Like we thought it was great then.
I still have that on VHS.
I love that movie. But so my favorite thing out of the entire thing that I read one page. It was the idea that, so you know, like in the animated series in the comics, Batman's eyes are white.
Mm-hmm.
So in this, to make him even look crazier, he didn't have eyes. He had like mirrors, like how Spider-Man has,
Mm-hmm.
and they were mirrored so that
He could see out. You just couldn't see him.
yeah, and so when you looked at
that
him,
would've
you
been
saw yourself, and that explains why in the comics his eyes were just white slits.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, now he's got the fucking goggles
Burton.
and they're all stuff, but like that could have been so cool. And Burton is a retard.
No, I don't know. Tim Burton is not a retard, but I mean,
Tim Burton's not a
He-
retard.
he
He
kept-
made 2 Batman movies that weren't about Batman. I don't know if you saw Batman, but that was about the Joker. Oh, were you thinking of Batman Returns? You mean the Penguin,
Penguin?
featuring Catwoman?
I
Batman
love
has
him.
like 34 minutes of screen time.
yeah, and he played it really well.
No, I have no problem with what Keaton did with
No,
that
Keaton,
character.
I liked him as Batman, and I loved him as mostly every character he does.
The Penguin had more screen time than Batman. He
Because-
was ugly and boring as fuck.
because everyone knew Batman. It wasn't.
Yeah, that's why I wanted
Batman-
to watch a Batman.
It
movie,
wasn't an
because I
origin
know Batman.
Batman. It was an origin Joker. It was an origin Catwoman. It was an origin. You know.
Don't get me wrong, I do love all the
Those
Catwoman.
were
I did love all the
pre-origins
Catwoman scenes. And
of-
dude, my favorite. Dude,
Yeah.
no, dude, when she puts her face up against the cat in the glass, that scene and she like licks the glass right there.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that
Wait,
is
It's like everyone's looking at her like, what the hell?
Michelle Pfeiffer?
yes.
She is still to this day the best Catwoman. Like, there's been Halle Berry.
Yeah.
Well,
Halle Berry's, don't get me wrong, she's a beautiful looking woman, but I mean, she's
Horrible
not Catwoman material.
yes, agreed.
Dude,
So what
Michelle
did you-
Pfeiffer was perfect as Catwoman.
She was. I mean, it's hard to even say that Anne Hathaway competes because she like
No, not at all.
wasn't even.
Yeah.
She did look fantastic in the role, but,
Yeah, don't get me wrong.
but she was no Michelle Pfeiffer.
But come on. The one who took it away in Batman Returns, the main actor, come on.
Danny DeVito?
Christopher
No,
Walken.
Christopher Walken. Come on now. No,
You
no,
mean
no. You got it all
You walk
wrong.
around
You're talking to the Batman
as
all
a
wrong.
penguin.
I can make you a famous.
Does your mother sew? Boom, and get her to sew that. and if you
And
haven't
that,
seen
ladies and
Joker
gentlemen,
too,
was Batman Returns.
that was the whole movie right there, 5 seconds.
I'm not lying. You didn't miss literally anything.
Hey, did you guys hear about Christopher Walken? In they were filming a movie. He walked into a lake during their lunch
Joker.
and he just sat in the water. I think so. And then he came out and they were like, "What'd you do during lunch?" He's like, "I pretended to be a crocodile and just got in the water and stared at people." I was like, "What the
Dude, that's hilarious. I honestly feel
That's
like
something
he
that, like-
would just be a goofy person like that. Like,
Why wouldn't he? What does he have to prove? He probably has more money than he knows what to do with.
Dude, if I was even if I was like the boom mic guy, just holding the mic, I would be like, dude, I'm gonna go show Christopher Walken by the river.
Guys, I'm gonna be with Chris over there. What's he doing? I don't know.
I
I
don't
don't want to
know.
miss it.
But it's hot out here. I think he has the right idea. I'm gonna sit in the fucking room too.
Bam.
But I
Dude,
mean,
I met
I-
a guy who hadn't seen the cowbell skit the other day.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Give
And
me
I
some
was
more cowbell, baby.
we were like watching when the SNL did like the 20 or 50. I don't know.
40.
40, yeah.
Mother
Are
of
those, numbers.
You know,
It is
2
a
digits.
40-year anniversary, and they like referenced that, and I was cracking up, and he was I don't get it. And I was like, you've never seen the cowboy sketch? No. I gotta steal this, and the only prescription is more cowbell.
Yeah, that was a good 40-year thing. But I mean, we're getting off the subject over and over. We're just
Sorry.
talking. But I mean,
How long have we been going for? Like 2 hours?
Almost.
Yeah, and I feel like the last
It's-
like 30, 40
It's well
minutes,
past my bedtime.
the last 30, 40 minutes should just be like, oh, BS. You know what I mean? And just be its own little clip itself.
Hell yeah, it should.
But I mean, what we have going on here is pretty good.
Yeah, we got a good thing going. All right, guys. Wrap it up.
All right.
Homer. Good night.
Mhm. Good night. Howdy 5, guys. Y'all have a good night. Go watch movies, read books, and if you read books, those are the spoilers for the movies.
Philip.
Alright, I will be streaming on Twitch shortly since it's 9:54 here on the West Coast.
Must be nice.
No, I won't be twitching till tomorrow because that's when the weeklies and everything resets on Destiny. So if you want to be on there, that's where I'll be.
I will be on there as well.
All right, and I'm Aaron. You can follow me on Instagram at Aaron.Wright. That's all I got to plug.
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram as well at pminer1987.
But you can
But,
follow me first because I actually post content there.
Yeah, I don't post shit on
I
Instagram.
said my handle at the beginning of this thing.
Rewind it an hour and a half.
For real.
All right, guys. Good night.
Later.
All right, later.